Is traveling after 70 still a good idea? Many seniors dream of exploring new destinations, revisiting favorite places, or finally taking that long-awaited vacation. But what most don't realize is that traveling at this stage of life comes with hidden risks that can turn a relaxing getaway into a stressful or even dangerous experience. As we age, our bodies become less resilient, and even minor inconveniences, like long flights, unfamiliar foods, or unexpected delays, can lead to serious health issues, financial setbacks, or safety concerns. In this video, we're uncovering 5 hidden dangers that seniors face while traveling. From unforeseen medical emergencies to scams that specifically target older travelers, these risks can disrupt your plans and put both your health and finances at risk. But don't worry, this isn't about giving up travel altogether. By understanding these challenges ahead of time, you can take steps to avoid them and ensure that every trip is as safe and enjoyable as possible. Stay with me until the end, because the last risk on our list is one that catches many seniors off guard, costing them money, time, and peace of mind. If you're over 70 and thinking about your next trip, you won't want to miss this. Let's get started. Number 1, increased health risks and medical emergencies. Traveling in your golden years can be exciting, but one of the biggest risks seniors face is unexpected health emergencies. As we age, our bodies become more vulnerable to sudden medical issues, and what seems like a minor concern at home can turn serious when you're far from familiar healthcare. Whether it's heart problems, high blood pressure, or mobility issues, even a small health setback can turn a dream vacation into a stressful ordeal. The challenge isn't just the risk itself, it's access to care. At home, you can see your doctor, refill prescriptions easily, and visit a nearby hospital if needed. But what happens if you fall ill in a foreign country or while cruising in the middle of the ocean? Medical care may not be up to the standards you're used to. Language barriers can make communication difficult, and in some cases, treatment may not be available at all. Long flights increase the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT. New climates can trigger respiratory issues, and food poisoning or dehydration can be much harder to recover from than they were years ago. Take the case of Margaret, a 76-year-old woman who traveled to a remote beach resort for what she thought would be a peaceful getaway. She had no history of serious illness, but the combination of heat, exertion, and unfamiliar food triggered severe dehydration. The nearest hospital was hours away, and by the time she received care, her condition had worsened. The medical bills were staggering, and the stress of the experience left her hesitant to travel again. Another overlooked issue? Health insurance. Many seniors assume their regular insurance will cover them anywhere, only to find out, too late, that it doesn't apply overseas. Without proper travel insurance, even a simple doctor's visit can cost hundreds, while hospital stays or emergency evacuations can add up to tens of thousands. So how do you stay safe? First, always get a medical checkup before traveling. Your doctor can assess potential risks and ensure you have the right medications. Second, research the healthcare system at your destination. Know where the nearest hospitals are and what kind of care you can expect. And finally, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergencies, evacuations, and unexpected hospital stays. Staying ahead of potential health risks can make all the difference. But while medical concerns are a major issue, they're just one of the hidden dangers that seniors should consider before packing their bags. Number 2, increased exposure to infections and contaminants. When seniors think about travel, they often consider logistics like flights, accommodations, and sightseeing. But one of the most underestimated dangers of traveling after 70 is exposure to germs, bacteria, and foodborne illnesses. From crowded airports to unfamiliar restaurants, every step of the journey presents a new risk, one that can turn an enjoyable trip into a health crisis. While younger travelers might bounce back quickly from a stomach bug or a minor cold, for older adults, even a mild infection can lead to severe complications, prolonged recovery times, or even hospitalization. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens, making it harder to fight off infections. This is especially concerning when traveling to new environments where the body encounters unfamiliar bacteria and viruses. Take air travel, for instance. Airplanes are enclosed spaces with recycled air, filled with passengers from around the world. This creates a perfect breeding ground for airborne illnesses like colds, flu, and respiratory infections, all of which can be far more dangerous for seniors. Even something as simple as touching a tray table or leaning on a public handrail can expose you to bacteria that your body isn't used to fighting off. Food safety is another major concern. Exploring new cuisines is a highlight of any trip, but for older adults, unfamiliar foods and local water sources can pose serious digestive risks. Many seniors experience food poisoning more severely than younger travelers because their digestive systems are more sensitive. Eating street food, consuming raw or undercooked meals, or even drinking tap water in certain destinations can lead to stomach infections that cause dehydration, weakness, and severe illness. And unlike at home, getting proper medical treatment for foodborne illnesses while abroad can be challenging. Even hotels and public restrooms carry hidden risks. While they may appear clean, surfaces like doorknobs, remote controls, and elevator buttons often harbor bacteria and viruses. Seniors who use mobility aids like walkers or canes are even more exposed since they frequently rely on public surfaces for support. Without realizing it, they may come into contact with harmful germs that can lead to infections. So how can older travelers stay safe? The key is preparation. Wearing a mask in crowded areas, washing hands frequently, and using hand sanitizer can significantly lower the risk of getting sick. Drinking only bottled or filtered water, avoiding raw foods, and sticking to well-cooked meals can help prevent digestive issues. Seniors should also consult their doctor before traveling to discuss recommended vaccines and bring essential medications for respiratory infections or stomach problems. While travel can still be enjoyable after 70, it requires more caution than ever before. But health risks aren't the only concern. There's another hidden danger that many seniors overlook, and it can impact not just their well-being, but also their financial security and peace of mind. Number 3, travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Traveling may sound exciting, but for seniors over 70, the physical demands can be far greater than expected. Long flights, early check-ins, hectic itineraries, and hours of walking can drain energy quickly, leading to exhaustion that lingers for days or even weeks. Unlike in younger years, when a good night's sleep was enough to recover, older adults often struggle to bounce back, and that fatigue can set off a chain reaction, weakening the immune system, affecting balance, and increasing the risk of falls, illness, or injury. One of the biggest challenges seniors face while traveling is disrupted sleep. Sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, dealing with noisy accommodations, or adjusting to a different time zone can make it nearly impossible to get quality rest. But sleep deprivation isn't just about feeling tired. It impacts cognitive function, weakens immunity, and even puts stress on the heart. Studies show that older adults take longer to recover from jet lag, meaning that exhaustion can persist throughout the entire trip, turning what should be a relaxing getaway into a draining ordeal. Physical strain is another major issue. Sitting for long hours on a plane, train, or bus can cause stiff muscles, swollen joints, and an increased risk of blood clots. For seniors with arthritis, circulation problems, or mobility issues, prolonged travel can lead to discomfort that lasts long after the trip is over. And even after arriving, the demands of sightseeing, carrying luggage, and keeping up with an itinerary can push the body beyond its limits. Take, for example, Margaret, a 74-year-old woman who had always enjoyed traveling. She planned a dream trip to Europe with her daughter, expecting it to be a wonderful bonding experience. But after an 8-hour flight, navigating crowded airports, and adjusting to a major time difference, she felt drained before the trip had even begun. By the second day, her legs were aching. She struggled to keep up with walking tours, and she found herself needing frequent breaks. Instead of enjoying the trip, she spent most of it feeling exhausted, and by the time she finally adjusted, it was already time to head home. Another issue that often gets overlooked is maintaining proper hydration and diet. Traveling frequently means eating unfamiliar foods, which can lead to digestive problems, and staying hydrated is often an afterthought. Dehydration alone can cause fatigue, dizziness, and brain fog, making everyday activities feel much harder. Combined with sleep deprivation and physical exhaustion, it's easy to see why many seniors return from trips feeling worse instead of refreshed. So how can seniors travel smarter? The key is planning with physical well-being in mind. Scheduling extra rest days, staying hydrated, and avoiding packed itineraries can help reduce strain. Taking shorter flights with layovers, packing nutritious snacks, and allowing time for naps can also make a big difference. Most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting travel plans accordingly is crucial, because a vacation should be enjoyable, not something that takes weeks to recover from. But the physical toll of travel isn't the only hidden danger. There's another major risk that many seniors don't consider until it's too late. Number 4, higher risk of falls and injuries. One of the biggest risks for seniors traveling after 70 is the heightened chance of falls and serious injuries. As we age, our reflexes slow, our balance weakens, and our bones become more fragile, turning even a small misstep into a potentially life-altering event. At home, a stumble might result in little more than a bruise, but in an unfamiliar place, a fall could lead to fractures, extended hospital stays, and long-term mobility issues. What was supposed to be a dream vacation can quickly become a painful, costly ordeal. Many older travelers don't realize how different and unpredictable travel environments can be. Unlike the controlled spaces of their own homes, hotels, cruise ships, and historic landmarks often have uneven steps, narrow hallways, or slick surfaces that increase the risk of falling. In some destinations, accessibility accommodations are minimal or non-existent, making simple tasks like boarding a bus, navigating cobblestone streets, or stepping onto a boat unexpectedly hazardous. And in many countries, medical facilities are not as advanced or readily available, meaning even a minor injury can take longer to treat, raising the risk of complications. Consider the story of Margaret, a 76-year-old retiree who had always enjoyed staying active. She was confident in her mobility, regularly walking around her neighborhood with ease. But when she took a trip to Greece and found herself exploring ancient ruins with uneven stone paths, things changed. One afternoon, as she was descending a flight of worn marble stairs, her foot slipped. She tumbled down, fracturing her wrist and spraining her ankle. Instead of continuing her trip, she spent days navigating foreign hospitals, struggling with language barriers, and dealing with unexpected medical expenses. Her exciting getaway quickly turned into an exhausting recovery process, one she never saw coming. Fatigue is another underestimated factor. Traveling often means long days, disrupted sleep, and unfamiliar meal schedules, all of which can take a toll on coordination and reaction time. When the body's exhausted, the likelihood of missteps and loss of balance increases dramatically. For seniors dealing with joint pain, arthritis, or circulation issues, the physical strain of walking long distances in airports, train stations, and tourist sites can further increase the risk of losing stability at the worst possible moment. So how can seniors protect themselves? The key is preparation. Choosing destinations with proper accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with steep terrain, and wearing supportive, slip-resistant footwear can help minimize danger. Walking aids like trekking poles or canes provide extra stability, while pacing activities to allow for rest can reduce exhaustion-related accidents. But the most important factor? Recognizing personal limits. No vacation is worth jeopardizing long-term mobility and independence. While falls and injuries are a major concern, they're not the only hidden danger of traveling after 70. There's another risk that can be just as devastating, and most seniors don't realize it until it's too late. Number 5, travel insurance and financial risk. When people think about the dangers of traveling after 70, they often focus on health concerns. But one of the biggest, most overlooked risks isn't about physical well-being, it's financial. Many seniors assume that if something goes wrong during their trip, their insurance or personal savings will cover it. But the truth is, unexpected medical emergencies, last-minute trip cancellations, and travel scams can drain a bank account far faster than most people realize. A single mistake can turn a long-awaited vacation into a financial disaster, leaving seniors burdened with overwhelming expenses and stress. One of the most expensive and unpredictable risks is medical care abroad. Many seniors don't realize that their standard health insurance often doesn't cover treatment in foreign countries. That means if you fall ill or get injured while traveling, you could be facing thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even in destinations with lower healthcare costs, an emergency medical evacuation, such as being airlifted to a specialized hospital, can be financially devastating. Without proper travel insurance, seniors might find themselves forced to pay enormous bills out of pocket, or worse, go without the urgent care they need. Then there's the problem of trip cancellations. Many seniors book vacations months in advance, assuming they'll be in good health when the time comes. But life is unpredictable. A sudden illness, injury, or medical complication can arise out of nowhere, forcing a trip to be postponed or canceled entirely. Unfortunately, airlines, hotels, and cruise lines often have strict cancellation policies, meaning seniors can lose thousands of dollars if they can't travel. And if they didn't invest in trip insurance, that money is gone for good. Beyond medical expenses and cancellations, there's another financial threat lurking: scams and fraud. Seniors are frequent targets for scammers who prey on tourists using deceptive tactics like fake taxis, overpriced services, and credit card fraud. Criminals specifically look for older travelers who appear unfamiliar with their surroundings, knowing they are less likely to recognize a scam in real time. Some seniors even fall victim to elaborate online travel fraud, booking discounted hotels or vacation packages that turn out to be non-existent. Take the case of Helen, a 74-year-old retiree who planned a dream getaway to Europe. She found what seemed like a fantastic deal on a luxury vacation rental, half the price of similar properties. Excited, she booked it online, but when she arrived, the address led her to an abandoned building. The listing had been fake, and her money was gone. Left with no accommodation, she was forced to book a last-minute hotel at double the price, turning her affordable vacation into a financial nightmare. So how can seniors protect themselves? First, never assume your regular health insurance covers international travel. If it doesn't, get a comprehensive travel insurance policy that includes medical coverage, trip cancellations, and emergency evacuations. Second, always book through reputable travel companies and be skeptical of deals that seem too good to be true. And finally, when traveling, avoid carrying large amounts of cash, be mindful of who has access to your credit cards, and never share personal financial details with strangers. Traveling after 70 isn't necessarily a bad idea, but these financial risks make it clear that extra caution is required. The cost of an unexpected emergency, the risk of scams, and the unpredictability of medical issues mean that for many seniors, travel can become far more expensive than anticipated. But does this mean you should stop traveling altogether? Not necessarily. Final thoughts. Throughout this video, we've uncovered 5 major risks that many seniors don't anticipate before setting off on a trip. From unexpected medical emergencies and physical exhaustion to increased infection risks, injuries, and financial setbacks, these hidden dangers can quickly turn a long-awaited vacation into a stressful, even dangerous ordeal. While travel is often seen as one of the joys of retirement, the reality is that after 70, it comes with challenges that require far more preparation and caution than in earlier years. But does that mean seniors should give up on traveling altogether? Not necessarily. It just means that after a certain age, travel should be approached differently. Instead of long-haul flights, fast-paced itineraries, and physically demanding sightseeing, safer alternatives may be a better choice. Shorter, more manageable trips, destinations with easy medical access, and well-planned schedules can make all the difference in maintaining health and enjoyment while traveling. If you or a loved one is considering a trip after 70, take a moment to assess the risks. Are you in good enough health to handle the journey? Do you have travel insurance that covers medical emergencies and cancellations? Have you chosen a destination that accommodates mobility and accessibility needs? These may not be the most exciting questions to ask, but answering them honestly could prevent serious complications and ensure a more enjoyable experience. At the end of the day, life after 70 should be about maintaining quality, independence, and well-being. If skipping high-risk travel means preserving your health and peace of mind, it may be worth reconsidering certain trips. The key isn't to stop exploring, it's to travel smarter. If you found this video helpful, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today. Your experiences and insights help others make informed decisions. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.